Most people who are shopping for a home right now have no idea that there are certain houses they should never buy. And number 5 on this list, I've seen cost someone $250,000 after they already closed. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and you might realize that the house that you're looking at right now has one of these problems. Hi, I'm Joe. I own 25 properties. I'm also a licensed real estate agent, and I've made some of these mistakes with my own money. And here's what I've learned. Number 1, old or bad plumbing. I'm talking about galvanized pipes, cast iron pipes, or lead pipes. If these show up on your inspection report, your first thought may be, I'll just negotiate the price. Don't. Negotiate to have them replaced or walk away. Here's why. If a house sits on a concrete slab, you're not just replacing the pipes. You're actually cutting into the foundation to get to them. That repair can easily start around $20,000 and climb from there. I've lived it. I bought a house with galvanized pipes thinking I could work around it. I couldn't. And that's only number 1. Number 3 is where a lot of buyers get blindsided. We'll get there in a minute. Number 2, old wiring, specifically knob and tube or aluminum wiring. This isn't just a repair issue, it's an insurance issue. Most insurance companies won't insure these homes at all. Not charge you more, they simply won't insure them. And if you can't get insurance, you may not be able to close. And if you're already own the house and replacing the wiring can cost $10,000 to $20,000. If you're buying your first home, move on. If you're an investor, run those numbers carefully before falling in love with that price. Now let's get to number 3, because this is something, and you won't find it on Zillow. And most agents won't mention it unless you ask. Flood zones. I know that sounds obvious, but here's what most people miss. I'm not talking about houses that have flooded before. I'm talking about houses that sit inside a 100 or a 500-year flood zone and have never had water inside. Everything looks perfectly normal, but here's the catch. Flood insurance. That's on top of your home insurance. It can cost $1,700 to $5,000 every year. And with today's weather, those flood maps matter more than ever. Here's what I recommend before you even schedule a showing. Ask your agent to pull the flood zone designations from the MLS. It takes 2 minutes and it could save you thousands every year. Number 4, bad flips. Now, not every flip is bad. I've flipped houses myself. Good flippers absolutely exist. But here's how you spot a bad one. Don't start looking at the expensive stuff. Look at the little things. Cracked cabinet doors, uneven tile, paint slopped onto the trim, brand new floors with old beat up door casings. If they rush things that you can see, they probably rushed the things behind the walls too. Another red flag is when a flipper won't provide a seller disclosure because they never lived there. That means you're buying with less information. Always, and I mean always, get an inspection. I don't care what the market is doing. Always get one. Because number 5 is where the inspections can save you a fortune. Structural problems. Now, a tiny drywall crack, that's normal. Homes settle. That's not what worries me. What really worries me are long cracks in the slab, floors that feel uneven or even bouncy, a hump near the kitchen or the bathroom where the plumbing runs underneath. Those could be signs of foundation movement, rotting wood, or even hidden water damage. Remember this story from the beginning? The buyer who lost $250,000? Well, that was oil contamination under the slab. They skipped the inspection, found it after closing, no recourse. Get the inspection. If something looks questionable, hire a structural engineer. Get a termite inspection too. Spending $600 today can save you $60,000 tomorrow. Number 6, solar leases. If the solar panels are leased, you're taking over that monthly payment, and many times that lease doesn't even eliminate your electric bill. You're paying both. Then, when it's time for a new roof, those panels have to come off, the roof gets replaced, then the panels go back on. That alone could double the cost of a roof replacement. If the solar is paid off and the roof was replaced first, that's great. If not, I'd probably walk away. One last thing. Don't underestimate a bad layout, a weird floor plan, or unpermitted additions, such as only one bathroom, when every other house nearby has 2. You can update finishes, you can repaint, you can remodel kitchens, but changing a bad floor plan is very expensive. Buy good bones first. Everything else comes later. Every house on this list had one thing in common. The problem existed before the buyer even walked through the door, and after closing, it became their problem. Remember, the purchase price is only part of the cost. The plumbing, the wiring, flood zone, the flip quality, the foundation, those are things that determine whether a home is a great investment or a financial nightmare. If you're shopping for a house and want a second opinion, reach out. I've bought hundreds of properties and have made plenty mistakes, and I know what to look for. The link's below. Also, leave a comment. What's the worst thing you've ever seen on a home inspection? I read every one. And if you know someone buying a house right now, share this video with them. It might save them from a very expensive mistake. And I'll see you in the next one.